Right, Rosie, so it was 26 you scored on the last homework paper I sent you. So let's see how you've improved on that. Oh, you've given me a choice here. You can't give me a choice. I can't give you the mark for that. It's not grams. Grams for a sack of potatoes. If it was a bag of potatoes, then I might be lenient, but kilograms is what we want there. So 3 marks for that. BFCG, good girl. 7, 12 marks for the page. That's good. 2. Right, what have we done here? 4 times 21 plus 15 is correct, but it doesn't come to 144. It comes to 84 plus 15. I think what you've done there is you've added those two together and then multiplied by 4. You always do the multiply first when you're working with the formula. And here, that is totally wrong. You're not even using that formula there, so that's completely wrong. What you need to do there is, we know the cost is 230. We know the number of days is 10. And we want to find out what the hiring fee is. So you're saying 230 is 210 plus the hiring fee. So you're saying, right, what have I got to add to 210 to make 230? 20. So H must be 20. That is correct, and good girl, that is correct as well. So total for the page 8. 49 is correct. 42.99 is correct, but 34.99 isn't correct. Parcel weighs 5 kilograms, so it's in here, and the difference is between the 9 AM one, which is the 42.99, and the 12 noon one, which is 20.99, not 34.99. But you then did a subtract, which is correct. So we will give you 2 out of the 3 marks for that. This is good, good, good. 3 marks for that. That's a very tall car. That's a double-decker bus, probably not a car. 1.5 meters would be what I'd be looking for the height of a car. This is right on car, 6 millimeters, church 75 millimeters. But what that means is what you need to see here is how many times that 6 goes in to the height of that building. So you either do a 75 divided by 6 sum, and that's where you put your answer, or you try to work out how many times the height of that car fits in to the building. So what you would do is you take a bit of scrap paper and ask for scrap paper in the exam. So that's the height of the car. So that's 1, where you've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's about 11. Okay, so what you're looking for is 11 times your answer, which is 3.5. So the method that you've used there is not right. So total for the page 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Three and 6 are correct. C is wrong, it's not 13. So if A is 3 and B is 6 and C is 13, that would give you 1922. So that would then be correct. That would have to be minus 1. So you're going to get 3 out of the 4 for that. That is 29. That is 5. Add 3. Problem you've got here is that is telling you to describe in words, and that's a number. So I want to see the word 3, and also I'd like to see to the previous number. Okay, you're taking the previous number and adding 3. And you're not taking away half of the number, you are halving the previous number. Okay, so halving previous number. So you lost 2 marks there, and you're nearly there with both. You're not quite making yourself clear enough. So think about how to write down your explanation there. Have a look at how I've explained this one on the video clip. I think the way that I explain it will make that clear to you. Minus 2, take away 4, take away 6, take away 8 is correct, but you've added 8. Take away 10 is correct, you've added 10. So your spotting there is going down, but then you suddenly sent it up. So you've blown those 2 marks. This question, you should be able to do now. We've done that this week. Opposite of dividing by 4, timesing by 4. And 3 times 1 is 3, but it's negative 1. So that comes out to be negative 3. So it should be negative 3 take 10, which is negative 13. This isn't right. That's good. Good. Right, let's go back to this one. Problem here. First of all, it's out of 50. So the probability is always out of what the total number of chances are. If there are 50 patients, the chances are out of 50. And this is at least 3 visitors. So there were 18 patients who had 3 visitors. So if the question had said, what's the probability that a randomly chosen patient from this group had 3 visitors, the answer would be 18 over 50. But because it's saying at least 3, that means that it could be these as well, because 4 is at least 3 and 5 is at least 3. So in fact our answer needs to be 21 out of 50. So no marks there. Total for the page 2. That is good, and so is that. Well done. Okay, with pie charts, you should know that they're out of, or the pie is sliced up into 360 degrees. And for this pie, it has to represent 120 cars. So the first thing you want to do is to see how many degrees each car gets. So you do 360 divided by 120, which is 3 degrees. So each car in that pie is going to be a 3 degree slice. But we don't want to slice it up into single cars, we want to slice it up into these. So in service there are 42 cars. So each of those 42 cars is a 3 degree slice. So you do 42 times 3 is 126 degrees. So the service is going to be a slice that's 126 degrees big. Then you do the same for the other sections. Brakes have got 27 cars, each 3 degrees, so that's going to be 81 degrees. Bodywork is 35, each of them worth 3 degrees, so that's going to be 105 degrees, and then other is 16 times 3, 48 degrees. And that's the method. Okay, it's always 360. You divide it by however many things there are in your survey to work out how many degrees each thing is worth, and then multiply it by those. Then you draw the angles from there. 4 marks for the page. Have a look at pie charts on the topic page and have a practice. This is very good, that is spot on, and this you have measured as 6.7 centimeters, which is good. Now 6.7 isn't 3.2 or 3. What you need to do now is 6.7 divided by 2, because every 2 centimeters is 1 kilometer, and you will get 3.35. So I would have accepted 3.3, I would have accepted 3.4, but I wouldn't accept either of those. But you're going to get a mark for the correct measuring, and well done for that, that's perfect. These are called utility bills, and they are confusing. The most important thing to remember is that you have everything in pounds. That isn't, it's in pence. So you need to turn that into pence before you start. Have a look at my solution, and then to practice them, find this topic on the website. We may get around to doing it in class, but it's something that you're better off concentrating at in silence. It's so much information you have to deal with. So for that page, 3 marks. This is good. That is good. That is good. Okay, you've written it as 61%. Seeing as the whole question is working in decimals, I would have probably left it in decimals myself, but you're not going to get penalised for that because it's equivalent. That is very good, and so is that. Well done. 10 marks for the page. Good stuff. And okay, the last page has got some challenging stuff on it. This is quite easy to learn. We may get around to it in class, but in case we don't, on the topics, it's called products. I can't remember whether I call it products of primes, products of prime numbers, products of prime factors. However, it's something you can learn very quickly in 5-10 minutes and answer any question on. This, if you're any good on a calculator, is also quite easy. It's called trial and improvement. Again, questions on the website, but watch how I've done that on the video clip. This is a lot of work, but it carries 6 marks. Hopefully by the time we get here in the real thing, you'll have already got your C and it's not a problem. But you need to do Pythagoras' rule to find that side. Then you need to know how to find the area of a triangle. Then you need to know how to find the volume of a prism. Watch my solution, see if you can work through it. Okay then, Rosie, so for that paper you have scored 12, 20, 27, 33, 35, 39, 42, 52. So 52 out of 100 is a grade E, but you're only 3 marks away from a D. Okay, so we're getting closer. And if you think that you scored 26 last time, you've already in 2 weeks doubled your marks on that paper. So that's really good. We're really making big steps forward. Well done.